Hello everyone, welcome back to another stream. I'm just trying to open the sound tab here for M.A.S. now. There we go. Hopefully it's not too loud. I'm going to be trying to do my custom here. I'm just going to import data for the frame. That way I can just take off the armor parts and away we go. I'm just going to put that as a custom. And then we'll work from there. This one might take a while. I'm just gonna make sure everything's fine on stream. Yep it is. Okay. So I'm gonna be doing my custom here, which isn't a Gundam. People are gonna be like, wait, what? I just wanted the SD frame to at least give me the scaling for stuff, and we're literally just gonna immediately take everything off. I love the SD frame. It just looks so funny, especially because I've got it sorted now, so it doesn't bump around. Hey, Classic! Looks amazing. It would do, but the thing is, it's like I'm getting rid of it, so we're gonna go ahead and just try something completely different. And as a result, I'm gonna do grey first, and then we'll work from there. I'm gonna build this all up. Just thought I'd hang out with you guys while I'm doing this, especially because there's like an event going on for M.A.S. where they're going to show off everybody's customs again. So I thought, go on, I'll try rebuilding this, but as an SD. So hopefully I can do this. Normally I mentioned like I get put under a lot of pressure when I'm streaming and doing this stuff, but that's mainly for Gundam builds. So hopefully I can just chill this time and we'll be good. You know. Because I don't like getting put under pressure when I'm doing builds. I just like enjoying myself. Okay. So what I'm going to do is just like slowly move these parts into position, and then we'll work our way up, because I've got like different ways of doing this build. A lot of this is going to be trying to get the proportion right. Because it's obviously got to have a larger head. Let's just put some plastic armor on so we at least know what we're working to. Don't feel pressured when we're looking over your shoulder, says Proof. Let's, I don't even know whether this is going to come out the way that I want it to right now with these parts, but we shall see. What I want to do is just try and get this looking as best as I can, and if I end up not being able to use the certain parts that I want to use, then I'll use different ones. But yeah, hey to everyone that's in chat. Not seen you guys in a while. Oh, I think that might be a little bit too low down here. That might be about there, might be okay. Oh. Classic says, it's hard for me when I built my gym 3 from Bell Divers. The shapes overphase sometimes on me. I enjoy the game and it's live and learn. Awesome job as always. Thank you very much, Classic. I just, you know, I enjoy building in this and I enjoy helping people build, so these parts aren't going to work for that. Because what I wanted here was to do a mouthpiece that was a little bit sharper, but as an SD that's not going to work. So I'm going to have to use the normal parts here. Also, make a freaking food channel. Them kids are showing delicious food in the vent channel again, says Proof. Yeah, I mentioned I was potentially thinking of making a food channel to solve that issue. Looks like we're going to need to now. I'm just going to make sure I get the right parts here, because I'm flicking through my own images here in another window. Let's just see. Yeah, I think that's the right piece. Just checking this out now based off I've gone about this. I might end up needing to bring my real type in to actually see how I've done it. Yeah, I might need to. Right, so what we're going to do here is, before I even do anything any further, I'm just going to see what parts I've got here. I love the way it's just a giant faceplate on top of a head at the moment. So I got some of these SDs. I might have to take them out first, so I can then build more stuff, because I've been building so much recently. Oh no, we can put it in... There we go, we can put it in slot 30. So what we'll do is we'll cancel out of Mass Builder for a sec. And I'll put my real type from the speedrun in slot 30, and then we'll switch out between them. It's a good way that we can... well, a good thing we can do this by just, like, going back and finding some of the other stuff. Because I want to make sure I get these parts right, hopefully, to do this. Like I said before, I don't even know whether this is going to come out properly, but I guess we'll see. Right, so, slot 30, I've got to bring my my speedrunning build into staging area, and then we should be good to go. Where is it? There we go. Because I just want to see if I can make this, like, super deformed, because it'd be really cool if I can. Let's make sure I find these images real quick while you guys are waiting to see what's going on here. I've just got to scroll through, like, a year's worth of images in Mass Builder till I find it. I think it's roughly around where I did the new build stuff. I think it was before the Hazel. Ah, there. I found it. Okay. Now I've found it, I can import it here into slot 30. And now we open Mass Builder again. See if anybody's pinged me here. In the Mass Builder channel? Oh, it was Shoga. I'm just seeing, I'm looking at the Mass channel and Shoga's just chilling out with me and commenting on the way that I do vents. Okay, here we go. I got Mass in the background again. It should come up in a moment. There we go. Okay, so now I can check out the armors and stuff, because I really hit the head model with this. Ah, okay, so the faceplate was that one. And then what about the eyes? If I go to... adjust, and then do view mode. Oh, I see how I did it. Okay. That moment when I go back to one build so I can make another one better. Now I can just go back to the other one. Where is it? It's in between all these other work in progress things. There we go. And then I'll just make sure I open the image of it in another window, so I've got a good, clear view of it. I love the way this so far is literally just a faceplate hanging in midair. So it was that one. It's been a while since I've made this build, so it must be like almost a year at this point. How have you guys been doing anyway? To roughly have... Mecha says really bored. Oof. Okay, let's try doing this. Let's do about there. And then... we gotta point this out, so it was like... maybe this? I'm going to get that sharp kind of look out of this, so it's going to be a bit awkward, and I need it to be oversized as well. So I reckon about here, maybe? And then we'll try building on top of that. See if I can make this part like as big as it can go. About there? Roughly. Let me bring that back a little bit. And I'll bring it down. I don't know whether I should give myself like the SDIs or not here. Because if I did that, then I'd have to do them on both sides. I think I might keep the oversized mono eye look here. Like the visor thing going on. That's pretty cool. I just need to angle that to make it look a little bit more aggressive. Half tempted to put face vents on this thing, even though it didn't have face vents in the original. Just because, you know. Okay, so if I do square... I love the way it's still got coordinates for when I use this as a Gundam. So I'm going to need to reset these if possible. Oh. Honestly, I'm like super hyped to see if this will work, but kind of worried that it won't, and then I'll just be upset. Because all this was like a load of simplistic shapes. There we go. Oh, gotta push that back to about there to cover up any pieces. I just realised it has to come outwards slightly as well. Up there. I'm gonna have to obviously fill out the back of the head, but we can do that. And then if I bring this out just a little bit, then we're good there. I know this looks terrible right now. I'm just checking Discord for a moment just to see, but we should be okay. Oh. What I'll do is I shall bring this cube in and we can bring it up. And then I can do the top of the head on it. Admittedly, the top of the head is like really simple, but it's cool. This is either going to look really good or really bad, depending. I guess we shall see because of the original. It'll probably help as well once I've got all the scaling and everything done. Because at the moment it's just kind of placing stuff and remembering where everything goes. A lot of players really rely on this part because of how rounded it is, but I don't particularly like doing that too much. Okay, so there we go. We got that kind of thing going on right now. Remember rightly, the back is basically, yeah, it's the same thing copied. Okay, so we got B to C here. We adjust this and mirror B on the green. we're just gonna bring that in slightly and make up the back of the head here. If I remember rightly, it was shorter. We just gotta kind of push that in. And then... oh, crap. There we go. And then I gotta make that shorter because its height in the center is too much. About there. Oh, the idea is to make it just about over the top there. Then we got the vents at the side of the face that we can do using, I think it's... I believe it's that. Yeah, it is. Oh. What I can do is I'm going to copy D to E here, because then I can place E on top here so it's not too messed up. And then I can rotate this, and then we can mess around with it a little bit. Like again, I'm trying to make this like over-exaggerated. It's going to be interesting to see if I can actually manage that. Right, now it needs to be roughly about there for the back of the head, and then we bring it in. It needs to just be at the bottom there, and then we push in there. This might need sealing there because of it. There we go, E to D. Mirror part E on the blue. We've got this kind of oversized head thing going on. Hey Kaiser! Kaiser says, this is the perfect thing to temporarily release me from self-inflicted hell of drawing girls in swimsuits. How's it going? I'm doing alright, Kaiser. What's the deal with the drawings, by the way, if you don't mind me asking? I'm just kind of curious now. Oh, you have piqued my curiosity. Okay, so now for the back, I'm going to use a couple of components here. I might do these ones. And then we can fill in the back with those. Have I still got A here as a cube? Because that would... ah, there we go. I was going to say, that would be really helpful right now. Mass Builder background music is really nice, says Mecca. It's pretty chill. I enjoy it. It's just obviously when you're hearing it day in, day out for hours on end, it can be a little bit rough. Perfect for fixing 3D model stuff, says Mecca. Moody, did you see my Discord yet? I finally got a better looking picture of my Gundam and stuff. Also, are you aiming at Wing RX or custom? This is just a custom. Just putting stuff together for portfolio reasons mostly, says Kaiser. A few drawings are also commissions, a lot of the same thing at the moment. It's better than listening to Xenoblade flute music, says Becca. Yeah, this is a completely custom build that I did for a speedrun a while ago, and I'm just trying to, like, upgrade it. It's got a few elements in it that are kind of familiar. I'm just trying to see if I can do it in SD form, because I've been doing so many SDs recently. See if this works. Copy, what was it, G to H? Where's it? G. Because there's an event thing going on for M.A.S. at the moment where basically you can have your build be shown off. And I'm like, yeah, okay, I don't mind that. I'd like that, but I want it to be an SD because of me just enjoying making SDs right now. Really gotta get this just right. Oh, about there. And then I can move the vents in a little bit. This is really just to fill in that back section, you know, because the back just looks a little bit rough. Question is, how much have I adjusted that by? Oh, I see. So if I slightly lower that one and then move them in, I can then do this so it sort of looks like the back of the head is all connected. Maybe like that. See if I do it up there and then bring that down a little bit and then we mirror H. Oh, I forgot that when I do that I'm going to need to make the other one taller because of that bit there. So we're going to have a little bit of a seam. I can try covering that up like that just a little bit because I didn't use these parts the last time. But I figure I might as well now just to kind of mix it up a little bit. D is the vent here, I think. I'm going to use that. Does M.A.S. have PvP yet? No, but they might be in the next update. They're kind of going over it, like the multiplayer stuff now. It's like 0.9 is where they're trying to introduce a lot of like different elements, including multiplayer. So that'll be fun to get on eventually. And I still need to seal up the back there. Oh. Thing is, I've not really covered M.A.S. in quite a while, and it's mainly just because of how busy I've been. So, it's a bit crazy. Why is F all the way over here? Is that the unicorn? No. It's just a custom build. It's based on the speedrun one that I did a while ago. I'm just trying to sort of do it in SD form and see how it looks. Oh, at the moment, it's kind of crazy. And I need to fill in certain gaps and stuff. So like there. That kind of works. It's just a case of, it's like, I'm basically trying to make an SD out of a build that clearly wasn't designed to be an SD. SD limit breaker when? Oh god, yeah, I can do that. I can do that, that would be pretty cool. Those parts at the back are not big enough. I thought they might be. Thing is, I always start with the head on these builds, and if the head isn't good enough, well then the rest of the build just falls apart. Primarily because, like, I think I've referenced it a few times, but I got that from, I think it was, like, Robert 183, 184, I think that was his username, where he was going on about it with SDs and other things for ages. Maybe I can use, oh, I remember, it was these parts. It was these armor parts on the back, primarily just because of the flat shape being able to be used like this and then be scaled up. Just like that. Oh. Can we bring this down? I might have to rotate this a little bit because that's not in the right location. And then we're going to scale this inwards so it just about covers that area. I don't know whether that's right now or not. I know this is the right part. It's that way. It's that way because of the way that I can place it now. Get rid of, what's it, H? There we go. That looks really great, Dave. What is it? Can you make a no-foot mech? It says nugs. Not really. You have to kind of fake it, because I did the Hazel, which has no feet, but I ended up having to do the landing gear from one of the other versions. What is this? So this is, for anyone that's just coming in, this is supposed to be my speedrunning build that I did a while ago. I'm just trying to make it into an SD. Kind of got inspired by a bunch of different builds, so, or rather a bunch of different mecha things, so I'm just trying to sort of work it into SD form now and see if it will actually perform as an SD. Because obviously the head is like the most important part to an SD and then everything else is secondary, so if the head doesn't look good, well then the entire build falls apart. Okay, that doesn't look too bad from the back of the head right now. I just need to get C to be pointed down a little bit. And then might need it to be slightly wider here. Push it back a little bit. The only problem is if I push it back, well then it goes past the back of the head there and it doesn't do that on the proper one. Let's do this. And then for B, can I make B slightly wider here? And then we'll have to make B longer as well and kind of push it backwards. Kind of give it that dome looking head that it's got. C is going to have to be adjusted again. A lot of tiny adjustments here. I was looking at 30-minute missions, sorry. 30 mil. I was looking at 30-minute mission stuff last night and trying to see if I could get any ideas from that kind of stuff, so my Twitter's full up of that right now. I swear these alterations that I'm doing, it's slightly... I swear it's slightly bigger this way. It's the only problem with doing an SD out of this is trying to get the proportions just right while it not looking bad. About that? That doesn't look too bad. So basically, like the Eclipse Gundam, tiny feet you should ignore. Kinda, yeah. It's like you can mess around with frames like this and hack stuff, but like legit you can't really do floating stuff like that. Okay, so this doesn't look too bad for a head. Could look a little bit better, but I'm thinking I need to move B and C here. Just a little bit. Oh, come on then. I'm pressing the wrong thing here. I do this. And mirror B. Can I get this thing going? Now the question is, can I? I like keeping all these parts on the right areas if I can to make sure I keep track of everything easily. Oh crap. Trying to see if I can make the eye part just slightly bigger by dragging it forwards. I might actually need to do that. Yes, if I... On the original, it's kind of like this, so I need to bring the mouthpiece forwards now. But then I'm going to need to figure out some way of blocking it in. That looks pretty nasty, not going to lie, so far, so I'm going to have to figure out what to do here. Maybe do that? Because this is the exact same part I used, it's just a case of... That's not actually too bad. But I think it might be slightly too much forwards now. There's something wrong with it. I'm trying to figure out what it is. Maybe it's just the part that I'm using. Maybe it's the fact that it's clipping through the sides now. Or maybe it's because I've got no paint on it, because sometimes stuff looks really bad until you put paint on it. I think it might be because I'm used to Gundam faceplates at this point. No clear parts. No, basically you can't do clear parts on this. I don't know why in particular, but at the moment you can't do clear parts, even though I would love clear parts to be in. Let's try moving the sides of the head slightly down here. Okay, now I'm gonna try matching. I'm gonna try matching up the colors here for the moment and just see how this overall looks when it's got color on it. Select style, yep. Second one's then style 2. We do that, and then it's that kind of blue, but then we make it metal and glossy. About that roughly, but then we got to make it slightly brighter. And it's about the blue that I used. It's slightly off center. What, the chin? Ah, crap. Yeah, I decided I'd give Gundams a break for a little bit, just because I've done so many of them. I say that, it'll probably be like a 2-second thing where in like a couple of hours I'll be like, so guys, I've done another Gundam. I think it was that. Either that or orange. I think it was the yellow for the visor. That's not looking too bad right now. And then we're going to do the chrome style silver. Oh, let's do... Right, so we'll do that, put that there, then we gotta go... I don't want it chromed out too much. At the same time, I do want it reflective. It's a case of getting the balance just right. Might have to make it slightly brighter. That doesn't look too bad at the moment. Let's see what happens if I push that. That's not too bad. Let's try and make it just a tiny bit brighter. It's more or less white at this point instead of silver. Might try and make SDs of other mechs. Oh yes, the colour of my OG Game Boy, DS and SP. Hey King! Gotta give some of your old M.A.S.S Builder Gundam vids a watch when I can, and actually play this on PC now, says Kaiser. It's a good game, it really is a good game. Like, I'm not just saying that because I build a lot on it, you know? That would be highly biased of me. I just enjoy it so much. It's like I've been saying to people recently, well, I might not be the best at building in this, I just enjoy it. All about the fun and enjoyment for me. Do that there. So we're slowly getting there. I need to do a black colour for the top of the head here, I just realised. Oh, so it's that, and that needs to be this new black colour that I'm going to do. Okay. Was something like that by the looks of it. It's like a very glossy black. That's looking pretty much like it. I like the beta a lot, but it didn't run on my PCs as Kaiser. So I wasn't chosen for the Exo Primal test, says King. I just missed the email. Oof. Did you have any luck with GBO days? I got some interesting stuff. I got the White Rider again, and a couple of other things. I'm just, even if I don't get like the unicorn or whatever, I'm just enjoying getting stuff like that. But the thing is, it's like I'm more or less getting ready for the SD game instead. So It's like I had people coming in and being like, dude, you need to buy the unicorn. And I'm like, no, I'm good. I'm probably not going to touch the game much anymore, so there's really no point. You know. I say that, but then when I've finished SD, I probably will go back to it, knowing me. I don't know, it's just at this point, I'm just thinking about it, and I'm like, yeah, I can go back to it whenever I want. It's not like a really big deal right now. I need to fill in that gap in the head, so I'll do it using this. And we'll just see how that works. Okay, that doesn't look too bad. I just need to... Oh, I was going to say that I just need to bring that in, but it's more or less shortening it rather than doing anything else with it. We'll just do that. And then make that like a gunmetal style, and that can fill in that gap that we otherwise have. This kind of looks like Stylet from Frame Arms right now. Or Stylet, sorry. Yeah, this is a mix of a bunch of things. Like, I'm going to do the... I think I'll do the pelvis and some other areas. And work on those, and then do, like, bits as I go. One thing I'm going to do is do those hand covers in the actual proper colour, which is gunmetal. Where are you? There we go. Like, this is heavily based off, like, a couple of designs in particular, but I've kind of just mixed and matched, more or less. So it's become its own unique thing. I did have the grenade part on here, but I can't use that because of this build, so I'm going to have to do that and sort of come up with something else here. For the pelvis, I'm going to build it up like I normally do with Gundam stuff, and then we'll go for there. I like the familiarity when it comes to this, and then I can kind of just build off that and improve stuff over time. Again, it's like I've been saying to a couple of people recently, like, I'm not the best at this game, I don't claim to be, but I do enjoy it, so I'm just happy that it seems like, at least to some extent, people are more coming up to me now and be like, hey dude, just saying, I watched your videos and got into the game through them. I'm like, oh, that's nice. Like, genuinely, that's nice, because I just never used to get that. It's pretty cool meeting people like that and then introducing them to how to build and stuff and giving them tips. I really like doing that. Well, being able to just build the pelvis up really easily like this. Oh, just get rid of A for the moment. There we go, that'll do for the pelvis area. Your frame settings are amazing, Dave. How the heck did you manage to make it walking so smooth? I literally just tweaked stuff again. Damon, if you remember how I told you previously about just tweaking smaller settings, I left the settings in the Discord for you, but basically all I did was just, I thought I'll tweak them a little bit again and just do the one less minus number, and it worked. So yeah, it was a mixture of the hips that you mentioned and then just lengthening the joints a little bit more. I love the way that most of my stuff now is like a collaborative effort between multiple groups in the community. You know, it's like the only reason I'm anywhere at the level that I am at the moment is primarily because of other people. Like, I'm taking notes from them and using them. That's why I like this community, because it's just so much of a collaborative effort that everybody seems to enjoy. You know. David says, you're easily one of the best, Dave. Top 200. Thank you very much. I'm not sure there are even 200 like really good builders. I know that sounds really nasty of me. I don't mean it to sound like that. It's more, it's just, I know, I'd say out of the entire M.A.S. community, there's a really good portion of people that I can tell based off the builds that they're way better than me. You know, they're way more creative and other stuff. And there's a lot of them. So I really don't know. Let's see. I'm trying to remember which frame it was here. I think it was that one. Because I used some stock parts for this one. Everyone is nice and there's very little toxicity. If there aren't 200, we know. Is there an eternal number 3 who happens to like melee builds only, says Proof? Let's see here. So what I did was, for this one originally, I built off it and I did these little weird things coming out the top of the ammo pack. Side things, which these are meant to look like. Really weird. But again, this is one of those builds where it had a little bit more originality in it than just doing Gundams. While I really like doing Gundams, it's like I want to do more original stuff, but it's pretty awkward. Which is why I say a lot of people are better than me, primarily because there tend to be a lot of people that can do more original stuff, and it just looks great. Like in general, I just don't like to do some sort of like measuring contest on this game because it's just not worth it. When it comes down to it, it's like I enjoy doing what I like doing, you know, and that's it. There we go. That's a simplified version of the side pack thing that I got going on here. Self-inspiration do be hard. Oh yeah. Like self-inspiration for M.A.S. is crazy. Trying to get stuff to be just how you want, and also to actually get a really good idea that you can then build off is rough. If I remember rightly, the reason why I did these stock accessories on the back when I made this was so I had plenty of boosters, because I like the idea of having tons of boosters on the back. We got this kind of thing going on right now, and no, it doesn't have any front skirts. David says, if you look at M.A.S. build in Japan, the really good builders there, I think there might be 100 or so great builders, the rest are pretty good. No offense, says Damon. I'm gonna have to check out the Japanese scene, because I don't think I've actually looked into it. Let's see. I need something to really cover up that front skirt, so while the original didn't have covers there, I might make some up. Heck, even just using those might be okay. It's either that or do smaller ones of these. I think I might just do that. What we're going to do here is I'm going to move on to the legs and everything, but I want to make sure that I get the knee armor done, because the knees can break the silhouette a little bit. So what we're going to do here is do similar to how I've been doing recently to try and cover stuff up. So we'll do it the slightly easy way of using these covers. And we're just going to try moving them into position, and then we'll have some covered up knees that we don't have to worry about breaking the silhouette then, because that's the only thing wrong with the SD frame. The knees can potentially break because of the rigging. Okay, so what I want to do is have this not be too far back because it looks a little bit weird. What we'll do is we'll do this. that kind of match that kneecap part there, and then I'll build around it. The idea is just to stop that first part of the knee breaking. Classic's going. See you later, Classic. Thanks for sticking around. That's one massive crunch piece. Thing is, I'm going to probably have to edit it because I don't mean for it to be absolutely gigantic. It's just based off what I chose for it. I was like, you know what, I'll get a really cool part there that looks interesting, and then next minute it's like, might be a bit too big. Okay, so here, hopefully that shouldn't break the silhouette now. And because it's an SD, I can get away with not doing the back. You know, so we're okay right now. This SDB packing, says John. Hi, John! You have to store the fuel somewhere. Oh boy. So yeah, what we're going to do is we're going to take some of the ideas from my Gundam thigh parts, and then we're going to build off those. The original build didn't use Gundam thigh parts. I can't remember what it did use, but basically it's just two parts slapped on front and back, just overlapping each other slightly. And I'll use these really... I was going to say really thin parts to make up this, but I forgot because it's an SD frame. We got this kind of thing going on, so we'll have to do this and then switch it up. I think it's that way. I've still got to color a lot of this, so I'm going to do it right. It's like that, and then we still need the part to be a bit thick because of it being an SD. That's one thing I've been learning recently when I did like the Command Gundam, was you gotta get the parts just right, otherwise all the parts just look terrible. Try that and then move it back and we'll strip the armor there. Are you making the 88? Yeah, the one that I ended up renaming. Rainer can't ignore its curve, says Kaiser. Yeah, the one that I called 88 for a while and then ended up using the speedrun, and in the speedrun I called it something like Azure because of the blue. I was like, yeah, I like blue as a colour, let's think. I can't think of a mech name, let's go with Azure. You know. That's one thing I've never been good at, is like naming stuff like this, it's just terrible. Okay, so we want that to be about there, maybe just a little bit up. And then I'm going to do that to D. I just realised the front parts might not actually go on here based on how I'm doing this. I might have to skip some details. That's fine. Careful, it's about to be blocked in Germany. Is the builder demo still usable? Yes, it is, and it's been updated. It's been updated heavily, so you get more parts in it, if I remember rightly. Oh, up there for the leg bit. Oh. And then for the... I love the way this looks terrible right now, as in like the proportions, but I can work on it. Especially that pelvis, like the front pelvis area here. Damn, you guys weren't kidding when you said I'd made it a little bit big. Jeez, let's try and give it a little bit more modesty. About there. I'll try the knees here. The knee is that part, I believe. Yeah, this is going to be familiar for anyone that has been doing ground style suits recently. Because I got this from the ground Gundam. So we got this kind of thing going on. I'm gonna put it about there roughly. Like I said, I've been using different sort of inspirations from different mechas, so let's see how this goes. Up there, and then we'll copy D to E and then to F, and then we've got that done. You have to compensate someone, Dave says proof. Oh, god damn it, proof. God, that was a good one. Cool idea for the knees, reactive armor. I like the whole idea of the ground Gundam being able to dig into, you know, like different things like soil and stuff using the knee spikes. So, you know, I figured I'd incorporate that. That was kind of the original thing that I was going off. Oh, I put this about. The thing is, while the idea is the same, the actual design of the knee isn't. It's just like a slight variation of it, but it's enough to make it unique on its own. So like we do that, and then just bam, there we go. So we got the knees coming out here. Now for the lower legs, I think this is where I'll do a bit of a frame here, and then I'll build off that. Again, these are using default parts like this, but because they go through, I really don't want that. I feel like I can keep them around for a little bit and then build off them, so maybe like that. Again, I feel like for this, I'm going to do something similar to the ground Gundam, based off the artwork that I've got here. I need to build, basically, where is it? I'll put it on the other side so I can show you, and then I can justify this if anybody turns around and goes, oh, it's too much like this other build later on. So I need to build this out of standard shapes, because obviously this is too big. So what I'm planning on doing is doing similar to my ground build by having, where is it? It's a bit of the ground build and a bit of the stuff that I've been doing recently. Figure if I do this at the front, very similar to the new as well. But with the new recently, I just basically did this. See if that one is any better. That one shows off the inner frame, which might be cool. So I did this for the new and just went, right, let's just build it down here. And then we can just try and center that with the knee part a little bit, and then we'll bring that back. And that's kind of got the basics of that other part, but with a lot less detail. So bring that to about there. Again, I'm getting away with murder here almost, because of the way the SDs are made in M.A.S. You can get away with a lot more. So I can just, again, bring that down to about there. And that's done that same shape, just with one part. And then what we can do is we can make up the back here based off the previous shapes that I had. So I think what I'll do is I'll use 2 of these to build out the sides here a little bit. This is actually looking not that bad at the moment. I'm going to be so happy if this ends up being included in the AMA. Even if not, I'm just going to enjoy the build process yet again. Now we got B here, we can copy B to there. We've already got this kind of like bulky looking leg thing going on. I actually like the bulk on that. Pretty cool. And then we've just got to fill out the back, really. The back, I think I might do either similar to the ground Gundam again. Oh, sorry, the new Gundam, or just any Gundam build in general, or what, I'm not quite sure. Or I could try a different approach to it. Like, for instance, I like trying to use stuff that most people don't use for solutions. So let's try this one. Because it can be a pretty big part when you scale it up. So I figure if I do this, and then we just go, oh, come on now. Like this, and then okay. Isn't too bad. Maybe I should use the bigger one. There is a slightly bigger one, but the problem is that one is absolutely massive. We just... Honestly, I like the way that I can use this for SDs. Because this is nuts right now, trying to get this part right. Not so sure about how much I'm pushing that backwards. Maybe like that, and then push it down. And push it backwards a little bit, and we'll get rid of the inner frame now and see what we got going on. I might be able to actually push that in more now. There we go, that's not too bad. And we can just bring that out. We got the majority of the leg there. Then what I think I might do is just cover up the bottom of the leg around the back, the same way that the original one does. So we've got that kind of thing going on again on this. Let's try, or even that. Like, I'm really using these parts in strange ways, but I don't mind. I'm just kind of winging it at this point and seeing just how it goes. I reckon if I do like a, almost like a rear leg cover here using this, then it'd be pretty neat. I just need to push that in and see if it's okay. Oh, okay. Okay, I'm enjoying that. That looks pretty clean. I just try and get rid of the clipping there. There we go. So I just made that, and then compared that to the previous one that it's based off, which is that one. So overall, we've got a little bit more bulk. Roughly about the same shape. Just overall general bulk, but it's basically pretty good right now. And then I can just, where is it? Make sure I get the right one here, mirror it. Okay, I'm actually really liking the look of this so far. No joke, I'm really happy with it. And obviously we got the Gundam Feet. Can't forget the front feet here, they're pretty much Gundam Feet. Trying to remember whether I actually did anything else to them. Just give me a sec. I'm like, if you hear the music going off, it's primarily because I'm loading up images. Okay, I see. So the feet were a little bit of a mess on the original. We might be able to mix it up here a little bit. So we got the feet covers, which are basically that. And then we just scale them up. The thing is, because of how that ankle armor is now, I gotta kind of do this. Blue is giving me M.A.S.S vibes. I don't know, man. There's something about just having like that kind of blue that looks really nice. I like it. That highly reflective bright blue. It's just so cool, especially when you pair it with like a really nice grey. Originally it was like a very desaturated like sky blue, but I thought it seemed a little bit too depressing, so That's where I went with kind of like a lightish grey. Okay, so we got the back of the foot there, and then what I can do here is, apart from widening the that a little bit, bringing it back. What I can do is what I did on the original, which was add some sort of like stabilizers to the back of the feet. I just need to remember, or at least look at how to do this, because it could probably be done a little bit better than what I originally did it. Because I just kind of slapped a couple of parts on and went, yeah, it's done. Then again, it was a bit of a rush job. Maybe I can use something like this. Like if I combine those parts, like that, or even that, maybe, like for a vent on the back instead of the stabilizers. Let's see if I can just... If I do that, and place that there, and then scale it up just a little bit that way. Not sure this is going to work based off what I'm doing right now. I'm just kind of spitballing my ideas. I might have to instead move that slightly to the side there. If I'm trying to get this on, you know. It's like, yeah, I really want these details, but might not be able to do them. And that's kind of cool there. It kind of also gives me the stabilizer. The only problem is it's clipping through the back there a little bit. Honestly, I don't mind that. Let's try copying that to C and see whether... Okay, I like that. It's kind of clean. When you try making the backpack, you should build a massive brick on his back and try and hide nukes with antennas and radar inside. To be honest, I might give it the full armor Gundam's backpack instead this time. You know, because like the previous one had a radome on it and some radio equipment. I might even change the weapon as well. Just take like the SD full armor stuff that I got and slap it on and see what happens. What I need to do though is I need to check the oh, before I do anything, I was gonna say I need to check what's going on with the proportions and scaling and stuff, but I already need to push the feet back just a little bit. Right, let's see how this works. Cause like, I love how small he looks. Please, don't be bad. Don't be bad. Come on. Okay, so the knee pads need to move up slightly. Honestly, kind of enjoying this right now. That's not too bad. It holds most of the standard poses pretty well without clipping too badly. Maybe what I'll do is the actual knee itself, the ground Gundam style knees, I'll take those and put them on the legs, similar to other SD builds. No joke, I'm just so happy it holds most of the poses. There's the only bounce in the entire thing. The bounce is basically because it can't handle the frame too well. I'm liking this so far. That's made me a little bit more happier now, seeing that all working pretty much. How many parts have I got? Oh, I can only use 3 more here. So I might have to change up the knees slightly. But even that's not like a big deal. What I can do is I can switch it back to the other style for the leg here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch it to say like this. Then what we'll do is we'll put it there and we'll make it about that big. A lot of this is like revisionary stuff, just trying to get it right. So then we'll Bring that down a little bit. To about there. And then we'll do the knees higher up. Baby war crime looks adorable, says Kaiser. This looks pretty amazing. Like, honestly, I'm just, I'm really enjoying just messing around with this kind of stuff right now. So if I push that up slightly, I just need to adjust this a little bit. Is it that one? Okay. Push that there. That to about there. The reason why we're doing this is just to cover up the gaps in the knees. That's the only thing wrong with SD frames. There we go. You can hardly see that now. Use the part that has 3 tubes. Oh, yeah. That's a really good idea, David. Because what we can do is we can go connectors down here. We can use either that one or that. That one might work. Let's try that one first, because I know that the 3 tubes one is pretty good. I just want to see if that one might actually work, because the space is in between. If I can just... Is that back enough? Ooh, we can just about make it look like it. And if I... that it kind of gives me it. I still like that detail. I'm going to keep that. I still like the armor detail that it gives me. So, it's staying. And then what we do is here, we're going to color this in. I'm going to slowly color all this in because I want it to be accurate to the original. So we got that kind of... This is a lot of like different grays and things. So we got the gloss gray here, I think it is. And then we got... So it was like a gunmetal one for parts here. And then round the back we got basically another gunmetal one here. Although I'm half tempted to do it in aluminum or something. Or aluminium. Depending on where you come from. Let's try that. And then we've got... Here we go, this part. Which is, I think I made it black metal on my other one. Might make it gloss though, or I might even... I'll do gold metal. And it's the same with that part, but I think that part I'm going to make it special. I'm going to make it the running lights like I got off Gundams. I figured doing running lights on it would be really cool. Because that wasn't in the original. Well, it was in the upper legs. It's either that or I put it there. I reckon in the knees is better. And then for the thighs are that kind of... Well, the back is grey, the front is blue. Actually, wait, I've done that the wrong way around. The back is blue, the front is grey. So it's this grey gloss. And it's the same with the feet. The feet are grey here, but it's a very light grey. And then the back is basically the same. We got that. And then let's see what we got here. Let's see if we've got... Yeah, we got the vents that are separate. But if I do the vents, that's going to interrupt that. That doesn't look too bad. Let's try this. For some strange reason, my screen just started tearing terribly then. I don't know whether I've just noticed it or what. Oh. That's not too bad for color separation. You have to make some of the decals out of you might have to make some of the decals out of accessories, mainly around the border. Oh yeah. I remember that. So what we got is the back thruster here. We'll do that in. I can't remember whether I did the thrusters as bronze or not. Hang on. I think I might have. Just checking out the images of it now. Copper or bronze? I think it was bronze. And then we got some more gunmetal. And then on top of here we got, I think I might make that chrome silver instead. The funny thing is, I didn't go into this much detail with the bigger one in certain areas that were using stock parts like this. Because some of the stock parts just look so damn good. I think I'll make this reflect the legs by having the gravy on top here. Or even silver. You know, kind of have that silvery look on the back from there. That doesn't look too bad. And then we'll do bronze again here. Honestly, really liking this build right now. So fun when a build comes together like this and you're just like, oh, okay, I can get behind this. Because it's an SD, I want to make it kind of be a little bit glossy and give it that plastic sort of look. And one of my things that I love doing here is splitting up the colours for this, so make it like gunmetal or, in this case, maybe grey gloss on the silver again. Maybe aluminium. There we go. Titanium, platinum. I think titanium. I do like a lot of these highly reflective materials. They're really cool. Just don't want it reflecting everything. Looking like a Christmas tree. Part of the reason it doesn't take you ages to make Gundams is because you use basic colours on your outfits. All mine uses custom colours. Yeah, I do use a lot of like base stuff. I find that it's just easier to do, you know. Oh. Let's paint the underside of stuff, gunmetal. And then at the top here, we gotta have that as gunmetal. The front skirts, I don't know whether to leave them as blue, to be honest, or have them as silver. Let's try that being silver. Oh, I just thought, I wonder whether I can do running lights there as well if I wanted. That would actually... Okay, that looks pretty cool. I'm going to do that instead. Because what I can do is I can make the knees normal. And then have that be there. Because that's pretty cool. Because I think it's kind of expected at this point of me to have knees with running lights on. That's a bit too much of that though, maybe. Yeah, chrome silver again though. The base gold kind of sucks. Oh, it really does. I like trying to change the gold if possible. Let's try, where's black here? There we go. Plus black, and then we'll break this up. Like that's silver, because I'm looking at it on my image now. But there's little details here. This, I think I made that gunmetal. Let's try. And that on that. Let's do that. I love the way it's such a simplistic thing using stock stuff, but because of how we've got it, it looks a lot more detailed than it should be, you know. Now like I said, what looks like grenades on the torso here, but I've not got them because of it being smaller. I think I'll do the arms and then do the torso, because the torso is like a really crazy, complicated thing that took me ages to do. I'm going to start with the shoulders and work off them, especially because they've got bits of the rig jutting out of them. Okay, so I'm going to build off the usual stuff here. Hope everyone's enjoying, by the way. I'm enjoying this more now that it's actually coming out better, because basically I can use it, I think, in the AMA stuff now and submit it. Because I was actually worried that I wouldn't be able to submit anything with all my Gundam builds, but I think we're pretty set right now, as long as I can get this this SD fully done. So the connector parts here, those were crazy. Using, I think it was this one for the upper arm. Come on now. It's that way, and then we just have it at 92. We bring it up slightly. About there. Damon says you're right, it looks awesome. Thanks very much, Damon. I appreciate the support. Like, honestly, so enjoying this build right now. I'm looking at the parts that I've used previously. I'm like, oh, okay, that's pretty neat. I might change the arms though to have instead of having such a triangular look, I might try and do them in circles. I don't know. I just might try something a little bit differently. Kind of like a little bit of an upgrade. Let's try doing it this way. So previously, I used 2 parts of that in a really creative way, but I'm thinking, now that I want to upgrade this, I use maybe something like that, or let's have a look. That would be kind of cool. Or even this, like have that. Can I use that in a completely different way to what it was intended to be used as? Can I? Oh, so close. Can I use? I can use those. There we go. I'll have those as shoulders. Okay, hang on. I gotta move these out, and then we're gonna do this kind of thing here. I'm gonna try and position them because I figure if I can upgrade them like this, it'd be really cool. I'm still gonna use the box for the main part, I think, just underneath, but I don't want to go with this sort of look because it's a little bit rounder. And then I can build off that. A to B. There we go. And then push back there. I don't know now. I don't know. I'm looking at it and it looks cool, but I'm like, maybe not for the proportions. At that point where it's, I don't know, man. Let's. Sometimes I just can't decide, so it's best to just go off what I already have. Wonder if I could make a custom SD Gundam in an evil redesign. Would that be allowed? Says Damon. As long as it doesn't look like a Gundam. Like, basically, if it doesn't look like something else, like for instance, I'm obviously forbidden from making Gundams for this kind of thing. As long as I don't do that, and it's not obvious, or you can mix and match stuff in a way that makes it unique and not a Gundam, well then you can technically enter it. That's kind of how the going about it at the moment. Which is why, you know, when I try and do that kind of thing, I'm like, I'd struggle with that. So I'm like, I'll just use this instead. Because I'd love to enter a Gundam build, just because I know it'd make my stuff stand out. But at the same time, it's like, you just can't, you know. Which is a shame. Oh. It's about that, roughly. And then we got B, B to C. Best part about this is all of this is this, and then just rotated, scaled. Funny, I just need to. I wish I could get that right angle there. I'm just gonna have to do it off the side here now, because it's like that. Yeah, the thing with trying to enter the competition with Gundam builds is that it's so awkward to try and get something that looks like a Gundam but isn't a Gundam, you know? I've been thinking about that many times, you know, when I've tried to enter sort of those style events, or, you know, just thinking about them in general, when I'm like, yeah, I could probably make something that's like really close to a Gundam, but then they'll turn around and be like, no, it's a Gundam. but that's my thing. That's my thing, you know? I like making Gundams. They're like, yeah, we know, Dave, but no. I need to move the arms here slightly, rotate them. Oh. And then we bring this over here. Rotate that a little bit more. Bring that up. That's more or less the shoulder just completely enclosed there. And the best part about it is, because of the way that the pieces I've used are, as long as I just make that small enough, there's a gap in the arm there for it as well. If in doubt, just copy the judge and hope nobody notices, says Kaiser. That's the thing, there's no judge in this one. It's just like, it's the devs just wanting to show off the creativity in the game and stuff. Hey, audio! If a water dam was modified with military turrets, is it a Gundam? It's just reminded me of all the parts on Wing now. It's like, it's a Gundam! Oh. Fun times. If I just bring that in now. Out there. Then we'll just do that. We can do the hexagon shape. I think there's a hexagon shape decal. I hope there is. Because otherwise I'm changing the shape. Let's say graphic. Yes! Yes, there is. I used a triangular one before, but I'll use a hexagon one this time. I just love how this is turning out so far. Come on now, I just need that there, and then it needs to be down a little bit. And then pushed in. What I'm going to do is push the other one slightly in. And there we go, we got the base and the shoulder going on here. And then the only other thing really to take note of this is the front and back. Really, what I'm going to do here, oh, the top, sorry. The reason for that is because I've got like this little running light thing that I got going on. Again, I absolutely love the the idea of running lights on suits. I've become fascinated with it, so as a result we got this kind of thing going on. It's kind of like with the you know, the ground Gundam shoulders, but instead of having... Oh, actually, I think I can do that now. I think I can work that. If I was to work the ground Gundam's design into this, again, as a little bit, because, you know, I like trying to add that flair that makes it be like, okay, this is what I'm trying to reference. What I can do is I can do that. Might be a little bit too thick there. I can do that. Then, I'm trying to think of whether this will work. If not, then it's fine. It's going to be interesting to see what this looks like with the full armor pack on it. These are going to be the running lights here. Starting to there like that. And then I just got to fill in the back. The problem is, if I fill in the back, I can't get this one extra detail I want, which is the bar going across there, but I just realized it won't make any sense. Because the bar for the parachute pack on the ground Gundam, it works the other way. So instead, what I'll do is just fill in this here and we're good. I'm looking at it and I'm like, oh, I can get that. It'll be really cool. And then it's like, nah, I'll just leave it. Especially if it's going to get covered up by the full armor pack anyway. Oopsie-daisy. We just... Oh, no! No! That moment where you get it just lined up and then you accidentally press onto one of the other locations. I don't believe that. I had it lined up fine and I was like, right, here we go. And then next minute, just no. Just no. There we go. Audio says, Gundam 007, perfect suit for James Bond. I got 30 minutes to finish this thing off before I do another stream here with Sean on Gears of War. So let's try and get this done. Those parts can be metal, and then we've got this part and this part are going to be glass. Actually, no, I think I'll make those metallic. Hang on. It's mainly just because the metal's darker. And then again, well, I'll make that one silver, maybe? That chrome silver actually picks up stuff pretty nicely. And then obviously we've got the inside here, which is going to be the running lights. That one's going to be green. So we mirror that. And that on the other side will be red. Okay, liking the look of this right now. I just gotta do the lower arms and then the torso, and then it's more or less done. For the backs of the arm here, or the elbow, sorry, I think what I'll do is I'll do the same as, again, some of the other builds that I've done. Especially based off what I did previously, which is I'll just fill this in with a little cheat. We'll just use one part here, and that'll cover the entire elbow. Oh! Just need to get the arm before it. Ah, I see. So what we can then do here is just slowly match this up with where the other bit is. Then we've basically got a solution for that right there. Oh, yellow now. And then we can just take that armor off. And what we're left with is pretty nice looking arm unit. I'm just checking the articulation on this so far. Okay, that needs to be slightly more over, I think. In fact, no, I could build that off the other arm and it'd be fine. It'd make more sense. So what we'll do is, where that is there, I'll build it off the upper arm. Oops. Oh, go on now. Actually, that's not bad in terms of placement. And then we can just go like that. And we're more or less done. I can just then take the elbow, clear it. And then we've got that solution there. And then we just take the armor off the upper arm, I believe. Let's see, unequip. Let's have a look here. Yeah, there we go. So we solved that problem in like 2 seconds. I just need to copy it over to the other side. He looks so cute. The face looks a little bit squished though. I might have to change the faceplate a little bit. Half tempted, like I said before, just to... Oh crap. Ah! Just to put vents on the faceplate and just to have a good laugh with Shoga. Do that, make it slightly wider and slightly smaller. Sure, the eye will be bigger, but the eye's not too much of a big deal. We can try rotating it a little bit. Hang on. Oh. I could even get the eye to look better by actually bringing it down and then putting a fake section in here. Hang on. If I do that and have it floating, pretty much like a Gundam head. And then do that, I can bring it back. Have that go in front. Still stretched a little bit there. Roughly about there seems to be alright. Have a laugh and put the vents on it just for a reference for Shoga. You know. I think 3 might do. It never had these, by the way, to begin with. 3 for the new Gundam, maybe? I just need to... I figure if I can get these to be flat... Oh no, because it's a rounded surface. Let's try and rotate and see if that goes... No. Let's try... Okay, that kind of works. Because it's a rounded surface, it kind of messes it up slightly. Just for the sake of it, so Shoga will be like, oh, the smiles. I know it'll happen, you know, so... Alright, now for the torso. Torso was the craziest bit, if I remember from trying to build the last time. Let me just check out how I did this. Okay. I'm already seeing parts that I can remember here. So it starts out, because this was at a point where nobody had the, or rather, sorry, I lie about that slightly, or rather missay it. People weren't using this as often, so I used a blade for it to make it sharp. Instead, I might actually do that one. Let's try. It's kind of similar. Just gonna check this out now and just see how it looks. Because it just needs to be a sharp front shape. That might actually work. Bring that back a bit. I am honestly surprised how much I'm getting away with here. That works. Hey, John! What are we gonna call it? Brave Dave Custom? Corgi Ground type? Honestly, not so sure right now. I'm not so sure. It's crazy. I know one thing. I gotta give it the reference decals. Sneaky little reference here. In particular, this is a good old reference to Armored Core. But if you're not familiar with it, then it's no big deal. I just figured it's pretty nice to kind of reference that, even if the rest of the build is kind of totally different. And then we can just mirror that. And then we just need to make sure that the light here is red. Okay. Look at Corgi Buster Gundam. Liking how this is going so far. Oh, I remember. I had to copy the right side to the left. Mirror. And then... And then what we gotta do here is... copy this across, I think I'll do it, instead of being like all dark stuff this time, I'll try and make it out of some reflective material. Let's go black for the moment. And then for this bit, I'll make that the maybe titanium? That looks cool. And then for here, I think I might do that in gold. Just because the joints might actually move the joints a little bit. There we go. That way they're not clipping as much. I just like having those metallic joints. It looks so cool. Is that the icon for Nerves Concord? No, no, no. It's just a reference to Ether Master a little bit. Like, Nerves Concord would be a load of hexagons and stuff. Okay. Right, now what I did here for the top, by the looks of it, is I used a couple of my favorite parts that I used from the Astray build. So it's that one, I believe? Or that one. What I did was I put these either side to bulk out the shape. You got this kind of thing going on. Can we move that inwards slightly? Bring that up a little bit. Gonna bring it in just a little bit more. then we'll do the same on the other side. Copy B to C. Blue here. And then we'll change the armor on the underneath to a vest style thing, so at least I know what I'm looking at here. Could make that gold a custom color. Yeah, thinking about it, it might be worth doing the gold as like a fully custom one, so it just looks better. And then on top of this bit, what I did was I had another section very similar. I might actually have that to block it in, or what I could do here is have this in reverse, or that. Trying to figure out what would be the better option here, because these aren't the exact same parts now, or at least this isn't. But I just want to see how it looks if I rotate and place it in a certain way here, because it's supposed to support over the shoulder and give it a little bit more shape, while also looking as cool as it can. So I figure if I do this kind of thing with it, and then push it backwards and up, and then slightly to the side, it can kind of fill in that gap there. I've just got to then make sure that it fits here. That's not too bad. Clips through the head slightly though. The problem by doing that is that it still looks a bit of a mess. So I might end up skipping out on that part because it clips too much. Unless I do that, maybe? And then kinda get away with that. I lower that. I keep trying to avoid this clipping here. It's so annoying. Ah, yeah, that's not happening. That's not happening, so I'm going to have to use another part. The thing is, the other part that I had in question is definitely not going to do that. So, I reckon I can use one of these, or even the bigger parts, and clean this up. So we've got... Let's go with a flat one instead. Do that about there. Scale that down. Scale it back up a little bit. Place that there, and then we can just scale it up a tiny bit wider, because the idea is I want to make it look as though the part is like bolted onto the other one. Okay, it's not too bad. It's clipping through the shoulder a little bit. Come on, Dave, you can clean this up. There we go. No! No! Diddle-a-did-did-it! That moment where you get it just right and then you screw it up yourself. Oh, right, I gotta redo that just a little bit. There we go. There we go. Quick, press save. There we go. D to E. Align. That moment we spend forever lining something up and then it just goes wrong. Man, we really need that Armored Core 6 rumor to be true. I wish, you know. I wish it wasn't just vaporware right now, but unfortunately it's vaporware. Okay. Now it's the interesting bit here. I gotta line this up because it's the underneath. I use a different part again, but I'm thinking of just reusing this because I actually like this part now. Maybe I could reuse the opposite side. If we ever get an Armored Core Souls or Armored Souls, I hope it's more action-based like Bloodborne or Tenchu. This is Kaiser. Whatever they do, I just hope it's good and lives up to all the hype. But I hate to say it probably won't, but I mean, like, it's like that with most games though. You get a game that's hyped for like a decade and then it's never as good as people claim it to be. You know, it's very rare that it is. I'm not trying to be like overly negative about this thing. I'm just trying to be a little bit of a realist. Especially with stuff like Duke Nukem and Aliens. Right, let's... But then again, that's because they were both handled by Gearbox. I actually like how I've managed to pretty much change up the torso here, while also keeping pretty much the same design. Oh. I kinda like that, that looks really neat. I'm not expecting full-on 4A levels of hyperspeed action, but that'd be nice as Kaiser. I love 4-Answer. 4-Answer's great. Alright, you got this thing going on, so what I'm going to do is for the chest here, I'm going to do what I did with previous Gundams, which is use this part as a torso instead, so we got like a torso replacement thing going on. Come on now. So what I did was I did this, and then pushed it back. That way, you basically make an entire torso up of one part, and you can only really do that with SDs. So, you see, because it fits in the back as well, and doesn't really ruin too much. Oh. He says he then tries to justify his choice in parts by rotating them in certain ways that won't break the mesh. Okay, so now I can unequip that piece of armor. Same with the top, I think? There we go. And it just looks a little bit cleaner. There we go. So we got this kind of thing going on right now. There's only another couple of parts that I need to do here, and then we are more or less done. And I can put the full armor pack on it. I just need to check what the time is, because I'm meant to be doing another stream in 15 minutes. Come on! Almost there! Right, just trying to figure out parts to use here. Hey, Eggsrum! What is this nice looking thing? So this is my speedrun build that I did ages ago. I'm just making it into an SD. I'm actually really enjoying the process. I think for the front part here, I might be able to get away with that on that. One of these sections will do. Or one of these. I've not used one of these in a while, so let's try that one. Hi. There we go, put that there. And then we'll shrink that. Actually no, I need to scale it first so I can see which way around it is, because I want the pointy bit facing forwards. Because the idea is this is supposed to split up the middle here. Oh. Then we bring this up. Bring it forwards. Up again. I need to make sure I revise whereabouts it is and how thick it is so I can avoid it clipping too much through the other parts. Maybe bring down a little bit here. And then have that be silver there. And then what I might do here is do the lights and sort of this because there's running lights either side here. So if I do that, and then just, I want to keep them sharp, but I do kind of like that, and then we just do that in and down. Come on now. This is looking so nice right now. Okay, now let's see if I can get this to look okay with the orange lights. I think it's orange. Yeah, and then I just rotate them a little bit. There we go, D to E. I'm really enjoying this. I'm enjoying myself way too much right now because of how this is going. And because I've optimized that, I can turn that into the back of the torso there. And then really it's just the bits on the side here and then the antenna stuff, and then we're done. I think for this bit here, what I'll do is I'll do the really sort of chibi stuff. In terms of like because I used these parts the last time, so let's try chibifying the pipes here, if that's even a word. You know, let's make them look cuter. Oh. Okay, so if I do that, and then maybe make them only just slightly bigger. Maybe make them slightly smaller width-wise. Nope. Not there. Then I just need to get the angle of these now, and then we're practically done. Oh. Come on now. Right, then this was sort of that dark, glossy. Well, it was gunmetal, I think, with some silver bits, so we'll do that. So then we'll do that. Highly reflective. Oh my god! Dave is gonna get so hooked he forgets the Gears stream. I hope not. You know. I'm having a good laugh at this build so far, just because of how funny it is. Like, sure, the face is still getting me here right now. I'm gonna change that visor. The visor is what's doing it, because I can make the rest of the face if the visor isn't messed up, and I think I know how to do it. Not like that, no. So what I need to do is I need to rotate this because it's a blade. Oh, come on now. Because the blade is thicker than the part that I was using. I'm having to like adjust everything here. There we go, right? Because the blade is bigger just in general, we can use that to get a little bit of a better shape here, and then we can mix everything else with that. Which one was it to? Right, it's that one for up and down again. If I do that, so it matches there, it's not too bad. Oh, keep rolling it. Oops. And let's bring up the faceplate. Bring it. Oh, no! Didn't want to do that. I reckon if we bring it up and then in slightly, and then bring it just that ever so slightly back like that, and then scale the other one back. And it's going to give the same impression while using different parts. Doesn't look too bad, I just need to try and seal it in here. Like that, and then we can just do this thing. That looks a lot better than it did before. I just need to scale it. Is that? I don't remember which way this is scaling now. There we go, that's looking. It's looking a little bit better. That looks a little bit more better for the face. You make it look so easy. Sorry everyone, I've given Dave the dreaded SD madness. I just needed that little bit of a push to you know, really get myself into SDs, because no joke, I'd been thinking about it for a while in terms of M.A.S., and I did try it ages ago, and it didn't come out. So I was like, right, I'm gonna give up. And then when Damon here helped out and got the build going, I was like, I'll just try it again. And then sure enough, now that we're able to get a decent build out of this, it's like, right, I'm good. All full speed ahead. This yellow is normally like pretty good. It's really close to what I want. About that, because it's a bit of a deeper color, and then you can make it highly reflective like that, and it just looks better than the standard one. And then all I need to do to finish off now is the arms, like the lower arms. And I think I'll make these similar to the original way that I did them, but try and simplify them. So, first off, we got the hand cover, or the wrist cover, sorry, that goes out there. Roughly. And then I'm going to try and optimize this. So we've got this kind of thing going on. That probably won't work based off the shapes. I'm going to try and keep the shape here, but I don't know whether this is going to work or not based on what I've got in mind. Oh, the only other thing that's going through my mind now is, oh god, Sean's gonna kill me if I don't come on that Gears stream with him, because he'll see this and be like, dude, you were on stream 2 seconds ago. Like, oh no. Okay, so I can't get the arms exactly the same based off the original design. There we go. I have a cunning plan. If at first you don't succeed, just don't do the original arms. It's like, why do the originals if the originals... Yeah, they have more detail on them, but you're meant to be doing an SD and it's not working. So... what we'll do is we'll do the classic SD arm here. But... oh crap. What I'll do is I'll bring that down a little bit. The reason why is so that I can get the details that I want in it. Because we're going to do this. That fills out that though, right? Maybe edit the colour and make the gold look brushed. Potentially, yeah. Like at the moment, I'm just trying to get the base thing done because then I can do the rest like later on. I'll probably end up doing a second stream after Gears and just be like, right, I'm finishing off, guys. And then do another stream for Undertale. Like for doing the animation. Right, so... Can I get that looking decent in terms of parts there, or is it just going to be a case of trying something else? That doesn't look too bad, but it doesn't look too good either. I have some gripes with this right now. It's mainly the way that I've gone about it. I think I know what it is. It's because of how B is. I need B to be this. Because it's a lot bigger. And then I can just shape it a lot easier. So what I can do is I can have it be this way instead. Oh, come on. I keep rotating the wrong way. It makes details that you add pop all the more. SDs having less space for detail is something I've learned to accept as time went on. I just like in M.A.S, SDs are so unique at the moment because people just don't seem to be interested in them. Which is kind of a shame. You know, and with me being hyped up for Battle Alliance as well, it's just like, I've always had an interest in doing something like this because it stands out from the rest. It's just a case of actually getting it to work. There we go, that's better. And then we just do the same style parts that I had previously in the arms, and then away we go. So it was 2 of these pistons. Really tiny pistons now. This is going to be so cute. Can I just... Okay, we do that. And then we go... that there, right? And then we copy D to E. Adjust that over. I done it! I got the arms the way that I wanted without really sacrificing much. That's why I love SDs at the moment. It's such a crazy challenge trying to do them. But once you get them done the way that you want, it's like, oh, this is so sweet. You know. And then if I remember rightly, I did... Yeah, it was bronze. For those bits. And then if I do this now and then take it into the photo mode really quickly. I got like 2 minutes left. I've not even named him yet. Oh! There we go! There we go! The base suit is done. I only need to make the bits on the arm a little bit better, the joints. Hang on. Hang on. Where is it? I'm so excited about this now. I thought, you know what, normally I'm stressed out when I'm building on stream, so it might not come out the way that I want. But that's... it's gone really nicely. I just need to... Come on. Just need to make sure that this is just the way that I want before I take off for Gears again. Make sure I mirror that. That looks cool, says Xram. Thank you very much, Xram. Working hard on it. There we go. That is looking pretty nice. You know, considering, like, we've already seen the original version. Seeing the SD version with basically almost all of it, apart from certain bits being custom parts, there's like certain stock ones. but they subtly add to the details. Oh my god, I'm really enjoying that. That is so fantastic. It came out really nice, and the best part is because we have many thrusters on the back. When you get it in like a mid-air pose or something, you can have it with all these. Was it that one? Have it with. You can have it with all these boost effects coming out the back. I'm just trying to get a good dark. There we go. Because of the metal that we did, the chrome, you can see all the reflections off it. It is so nice. I love builds that are like this, where you can put them in a dark sort of area and they really enhance the materials. I really wish they'd do more of these style lighting environments, but not with like the gritty background from the levels. Can we just get like the lighting from this, but with like a standard like sort of darkish background? That would be really cool. The mighty Korgler has risen, says Proof. So what I'll be doing is later on I'll be giving him weapons. Like I said, I want to try him with the full armor pack and see how that looks on him. But yeah, apart from that, I'm really enjoying the downscaled, slightly edited version of him. Well, he doesn't look 100% the same. He doesn't have to because he's an SD, and we've already improved certain parts from the original design. Namely, doing the legs fully custom, and then the feet, improving the feet. No, I like how this has come out a lot, so let's try and see what it looks like in some of the other lighting environments here. Like even that torso, I like the way I've done the torso, because it looks like it's got vents in it. That lighting environment isn't too bad either. Definitely prefer the factory one though, the factory's just really cool. Oh, hang on. That one's pretty nice for low lighting. Or even this one. Seriously, I just hope they take this now. I might actually run this on like future events and things for a laugh. But I seriously hope they take this and be like, okay, we'll enter it into the AMA. I'll actually have to supply my information for that though. That shot there, that shot is so good. Anyway guys, I'm going to finish up there. I hope you've enjoyed. I shall see you on the next stream, because I'm probably going to be doing a couple of them tonight. So yeah, I've enjoyed. I hope you guys have enjoyed. And I appreciate the company, I really do. It's always fun talking to you guys when I'm doing this kind of thing. So yeah, I'll see you on the next one. Thank you very much. Till next time. Bye!